because they have a lot of good answers, and I think with how they have played, they should have the upper hand in this game. But Navi, I'm just looking for them to show me what they got. You know, have Nico put on a performance here on his puck. He's done it many times before, because I feel like they need to show some good individual performance.
No, I totally agree. I think this is a game where they need to stand out, focus on yourselves. Don't worry about the draft. Don't think about, oh, do we scale better? Any of these worries, these inhibitions. Put it all aside. Play an individual, excellent game, and let the Dota do the talking.
Well, look, Boxy Earth Spirit hasn't lost yet. T, is that enough for you to be convinced on the Liquid draft?
I mean, Liquid are playing so well, and they've got so much comfort, right, on their heroes. And to be fair, Earth Spirit in the forward position, Boxy's like the only guy doing it, so that alone is a treat to watch. But forgot the juice. The Ursa, second highest win rate hero for him. So if you are asking for a player to be comfortable on a hero, then it is that. But yeah, we'll have to see if the comfort can shine.
Oh, for sure. Both sides really getting comfort, I would say. And before today, it had been a whole week since we had seen Batrider. He was definitely in the high priority list of being banned out. Now he's won the past 2 games that we've seen him in. Will he be the hero that enables Liquid to win Blast Slam 6?
Game 4 here in the Blast Slam 6 Grand Finals. Liquid currently up 2-1 against Navi. Fogged, Game 4's draft. It's an interesting one, right? Liquid, they're getting quite a lot of the strong stuff. Navi, they decide to end the lineup here with an Ursa. As the panel said, it's one of his best, but it's not an easy-looking Ursa game.
It's a very hard-looking Ursa game, in fact. Playing versus Shadow Demon, playing versus Bat. These are 2 of the harder heroes to play around. And an Earth Spirit, we have to actually count this one in. It's a hero that can allow people to get kited. You have a built-in silence. I don't know, this looks very difficult for Navi. I think maybe what they were doing is they were kind of running low on options. And I think it's maybe just like, let's just pick Juice, a hero that he's very comfortable on. Yeah. And then let's just hope that Nico goes rampant. Because the puck, I think that's the one that I'm looking at. Even though it's not an easy puck game, then maybe he can do some kind of crazy stuff. But oh, and this feels very difficult for Navi. I hope they got some interesting stuff planned out for this game.
Yeah, it was a tough game 3. It was a tough game 3. This game 4, let's see if Navi can step it up and push it to the game 5.
Yeah, my worry really is that
but yeah,
it's double melee, right? Playing versus the Shadow Demon Decay, so it's going to be free for them. Shadow Demon can prevent pulls very easily with Dust of Disruption or with Boots, which he has. It does feel like they've got all the boxes ticked for them. So for Navi, let's see what they approach. PMA?
He's in trouble. They've got the disruption.
He is in trouble.
Ready to set up the body blocking. He's going to try and run down the river, but the blood grenade will be there. They close in on him, and it's going to be first blood for Mickey.
Well, that's the dream for Mickey. A lane that's already completely free for him, and now he's going to have whatever he wants to bring to start with, either boots, gloves, etc., whatever it is. Or bracer, we'll see. Yeah, that's crazy. See how they deal with the lane. Let's see how Zayats... They pretty much said, like, Zayats is our playmaker, right? They first picked the Tiny, so they're putting a lot of confidence in him. Let's see if he can make some magic happen as well.
And this mid lane, Niku, he can't get tripped up right. It's not going to be an easy lane for him. He's against Nisha on the Ember Spirit. The CSing, the animation, the denies, they're going to be coming in from Nisha. Niku, he absolutely cannot afford to die in this 1v1. And the problem is that can happen, right? You know, an orb in the wrong position, you get caught by a chains. You can die in this matchup. Niku, this game, he cannot afford to lose his life early.
Yeah, and I think overall, you know, they were mentioning the Beastmaster plus Ember thing. We were even talking about the same thing, actually, me and you, about the picks. I think Nisha is looking, and there can be some damage issues in a way versus Ember. Even if they do catch him with everything, if he has Flame Guard on, there can be some situations where he can just survive versus that magical burst. So I do think that's probably what they wanted. And it's a backline piercer versus, you know, Warlock, so always feels like it has its merits. Riddies. Oh, Riddies might just be dead. He went to contest versus the Batrider, but that's usually a death sentence.
Yeah, he's not getting out of this. Maybe he can deny to the neutrals. Not going to happen. Ace gets the last touch on him. Riddies goes down. It's bottom lane.
They're doing the...
Not quite. They tried to set up with some sort of burst, but nowhere near enough.
At least Juice is going to be getting pretty much free farm up here because of that lane setup and all that, but Riddy's, he wants to contest versus the... It's very dangerous as a very immobile hero like Warlock versus Batrider.
That does give some space here to got the Juice, though. Getting the CS pretty nicely so far in the lane, with sort of the focus being shifted elsewhere. Boxy will get the courier. Wasn't able to snipe that from Riddy's.
Mick has missed a fair few of CS. He does have a big wave coming under him, so he'll catch up on them, but I saw him he actually just missed 2 under the tower there. So
oh.
A couple missed last
Be careful, Mick. We're watching.
I'm watching. It should still be free for him anyway. There's no way they
It's
can
going to get easier and easier for him down here.
Yeah.
Especially with Tofu at the side, able to pump out pretty significant damage here on the Shadow Demon to start zoning both of PMA and Zayats. Mid lane, though, so far so good from Niku. Keeping up with the CS of Nisha on the Ember Spirit. He's the bad start. Yeah, not a bad start at all. Anytime you're able to sort of... Yeah. I mean, how do they... Are they going to have any sort of rotation coming? Can you kind of get an early support move?
PMA? It'll be okay. I don't know if Navi really wants to break their lanes. I think they're probably just going to keep them like this. The Batrider is not really pressuring the Ursa, so which I would say Navi's happy about that.
Mid lane, Nisha. Niku's going to get a jump on him. He's going to turn with the Sleight of Fist. He is bottling up, so we'll be fine there.
Pushing the limits. Niku is doing, amazing in the matchup. 20 and 6 to the 20 and 3 rotations.
They're able to get on top of Riddy's again. Got the Juice trying to see if he can find something in return here, but cannot fight in underneath the Firefly. Third kill here for Liquid. And mid lane, Niku is going to have to take the walk back to base.
That hurts a bit for him after such a good start that he's had. Top also, this is a lane that you have to be very careful in as this Ursa and Warlock, even though as we're mentioning, Juice is free farming. Got to be careful with positioning always versus Bat. There's always going to be the kill threat if Boxy sees the angle for a kickback. On this bot lane, just having to eat through constant regen. That was the last of the tangos there from PMA. So, yeah, very unlikely to see these two do anything to be able to slow down Mickey in the laning stage. And if anything, they've got to be careful themselves that they don't die. They're looking for potential spear back plays with the way the PMA is walking. I'm seeing the Tiny looking for the tossbacks on Tofu to go for the spear under tower. That is one thing they can do down here, but in terms of getting much more CS, it looks like it was very hard. Liquid just not given those opportunities for Navi to make that play. Level 3 Flame Guard now online. He can just stay in that position, sustained versus Niku. And Nisha is going to hit 6 first, so it's not that situation where the puck did get that level 6 early, can ask for a rotation and go for that gank. So it's going to be hard for them to kill Nisha at least. This is interesting move. Look at this. Navi, they are breaking the lanes. They're bringing the whole safe lane. I think it's necessary. They have to do something pretty crazy here to try and slow down at least one of the lanes from Liquid. They're looking for Mickey, but Boxy's able to get the kickback on towards him, so Mickey's back under the tower. He'll be fine. They'll turn towards Boxy instead, and they will get him. So they do get something out of this with the 4 of them down on the bottom lane. Mickey's punching back, but there's still the 4 heroes. They're chasing on. Now, got the Juices like, if I make the move over here, I want more than just a support kill. But he probably isn't going to get the chance for it. You know, Mickey and Tofu staying safe on the high ground. This is such an interesting move. They're giving Bat a full lane now. He did have the lane under his tower, so that's probably why they wanted to make this opportunistic move. But yeah, like you said, maybe just not wanting to fully sack PMA. This is quite a commitment, though. That's decent damage on the tower. Tier 1 half dead. Mickey. Got the Juices going to find Tofu. The slow with the God's Rebuke. Navi. They should be able to pick up another kill from this play. Got the Juice. He'll get the kill. He'll get the bounty rune as well. Nicely done. Tower took quite a bit of a beating, but the catapult did end up dying, so it is going to survive. Mickey, still 5. Zayats is looking for another play. But with these 3, they don't have the damage. They'll have to break things. The Ursa starting to run across the map. This looks really funny.
I mean, hey, you know, got 2 kills out of the move. As I said, I don't mind it at all, honestly. I think they have to do stuff like this, Navi.
Mickey. It's got Nisha, but there's 4 Navi.
It's a good spear. Ooh, they get inside the range of the Wisdom in time, though. PMA's not quite able to finish it, but he has got backup. The Dream Coil comes down on towards the 2 of them. Nisha trying to stand his ground, but Mickey's going to fall. Nisha, can he get out of this? He's got a remnant, but he's not quite far enough away, so Navi, they'll be able to look to kill him off.
Beautiful.
2 big kills there for Navi, and they get that Shrine of Wisdom secured for themselves. Ace, elsewhere, Ace is able to dive the target, got the juice. But, you know, Navi, they're doing some fun stuff here, and it's working out. They're able to kind of match what Liquid's getting from this early game with some of these maneuvers.
At least they're not getting the double shrine stolen. The concern is that Ace is getting an unbelievable amount, but maybe that's just the call from them that they're like, you know what? We did pick, you know, Ursa into the bat, so he probably just wants to avoid him at this point and look to play elsewhere. So very interesting kind of movements coming out from Navi.
8-minute power in. Both teams want to have a look towards it. They get a good toss back. Zayat set up on a Boxy. He is going to be able to get the chance to roll away, though, from the 3 of them. Didn't have anything else to quite lock him down. Zayat was a little short on the avalanche to follow things up, so Boxy gets out.
Playing to their strength, playing around Niku. Ursa now got the juice, as we said. It's time to hit the jungle. Doesn't want to play near that Bat Rider. And let's see what unfolds now that these lanes, they've kind of broken. Navi did do some kind of cool movement to kind of fix the lanes and all that here, but we do see that Liquid are coming out ahead in terms of gold. And they did get the first tower themselves, even though it was a 4-man committal from Navi to take 1 tower.
Yeah. I think pretty much the big thing that achieved for Navi, right, was just ensuring that PMA didn't get completely left behind in farm in this early game. You know, he's in an okay spot now on the Mars. If that sort of focus didn't come in and that sort of play down bottom didn't happen, he might have continued to get just completely bullied out of the lane and be in a really rough spot.
Yeah, and now they do at least have like the ulti combos with the Puck and the Mars, but they won't have the support levels just yet. He does have 4. Okay, he's just shy, so 50 XP until he does have the 6 on the Warlock. They're about to have all the ultis at the ready.
They're going to want to use them. You know,
They'll be strong around those tower
fights.
fights.
To sort of sit and AFK whilst they have these cooldowns.
They have vision of Mickey as well. If they can get a kill and a tower with all these ults, that would be pretty massive.
It's been hit by the scan.
Boxy.
But know that something's coming here. Boxy.
Ace is coming.
Get caught first. Further backups on the way. The Golem's going to get dropped down on towards Boxy. Boxy's surviving, though. Finally falls here as they come in with the Dream Coil. They have the arena out as well, but Ace turns with the lasso onto PMA. The Firefly's down. PMA starting to tick down very low. Niku has to get out of the fight now. So they do get a kill. They lose 2 heroes for it. The Golem's going to get farmed here as well as Mickey and Nisha chase it down. Plus 100 here for Mickey off the back of that one. You can see what they want to do there, right? They want to bring everything together, as you say, as soon as they get this ultimates, but it doesn't quite go as cleanly as they would hope for. And Liquid, they're ready to respond. And now, Niku.
I think he's got him.
Yeah, he has. Sleight of fist in the urn of shadows will get him the kill.
Oh, that's a concern.
2K lead now starting to build up. Yeah.
Navi had everything available. They catch the Boxy, but Boxy's only level 5. It's not really that big of a grab to even kill the Earth Spirit. Ace just gets free reign inside the fight as the Bat Rider comes in towards the end.
I mean, pretty huge if they could find Ace.
Pretty chaotic, yeah.
I mean, they might be able to steal the stack.
It's very low.
It's pretty low. If Zai chooses the sort of combo, I think they clear it, don't they?
Looking for a kill first, maybe.
Okay. All right, I guess they felt that they wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe it wouldn't have been enough damage.
Maybe. They really want this kill on Ace because he was low, maybe? That's the case. They're really trying for it, but they just can't. Now they lost their mid tower.
Yeah. It's a shame they couldn't do something about that stack. That was pretty much 3 or 4 ancient stack. That I guess, they felt that they just wouldn't have had the damage, really. I mean, probably wouldn't have been able to cleanly do it. Would have been a bit messy for sure. Get the toss back on a Boxy. He's able to roll away. The Avalanche not putting a stop to that one. Boxy gets out of there, and he's got backup. Ace cleans up Zayat. Continues.
It's just a lot easier for Liquid to make the moves, it looks like. Just they can pair up as 2 heroes. They have so much overwhelming damage. Navi, they need a core and perhaps both supports to look for any of these type of moves. It's difficult to see how Navi pairs up at the moment after losing so much control of the game.
I 30 seconds they'll have the golem, so I can almost certainly imagine that will be when we see Navi try and respond.
Nisha has Vessel done. He's got backup. Boxy has a point in silence.
Oh, and they've got the setup. Chains come out. Niku's going to try and jump away. Look at the dream call off onto the two of them, and the backup's here with the arena. They can burst through Boxy, look towards Nisha, but he's got the Remnant prepared safely. Back in the river. Will manage to jump out, but Navi react. They keep Niku safe, and they kill Boxy off.
Great positioning from PMA. I think that's probably how he has to play with the Tiny. Just look to play and catch whenever Liquid does make those aggressive moves, but it is difficult because you don't want to get too far behind on this Mars at all either. Got the Juices getting some space to finish up that Battle Fury. His timing is actually not that bad compared to
it's not bad.
All things considered.
Now, if they can continue to make space for him, he should be able to kind of keep on track with the farm that Mikke's getting on the other side of the map on the DK.
Let's see if they can slow pace down a little bit more here too, because they do have Golem, but they want to ideally kind of combo Golem with one of the two ultimates. Liquid looks like they're pretty content with sitting back and hitting to get that next timing of items, as you said, that quad ancient stack. I think now it's a 5x.
So much, yeah. Yeah, this is going to really fuel that sort of pipe timing. And this was one of the things, right, you're a bit concerned of with Navi's lineup. Sure, they have these big ultimates, but in terms of the damage from them, you know, it's a lot of control. But I was going to see actually quite a few of the creeps, though, sniped there by Niku. Yeah, he got a fair few of those there with that orb. So
yeah, like 3 or 4, actually. Not bad.
Yeah, I think, yeah, but the majority of it, I think, honestly, on this last hit. So a good bit of gold there sniped by Niku.
Yeah, this pipe timing could be pretty massive, though, if Ace doesn't want to fully commit for it, which it does look like he does. You know, versus that heavy team fight, as we've seen multiple times. One player gets BKB, the other one gets pipe, and you can counteract it. Navi, they do not have the heroes that can go pipe, of course, with the Mars.
And Liquid want to try and go for the 14-minute Wisdom Steal. Nisha and Boxy heading over.
No Vessel charge on Nisha.
PMA is going to be careful up on the high ground. And it looks like he knows he can't contest this, so it's going to be Liquid getting both of the Wisdoms.
Liquid controlling that early game again. 14 minutes, gold lead, experience lead. It's going to be a long time before Zayats has Blink, too. They're going to have PMA with Blink relatively soon to be able to look for some aggressive plays, but Liquid they're getting a lot out of the map. Feels like they're farming a little more efficiently.
Yeah, not easy for Niku to keep up on the farm. Starting to fall behind a little bit. Really relies on Navi as a whole finding those team fights. Finding that chance to go for the sort of pick-offs and plays around the ultimates.
It's just hard for Navi to want to make these type of moves versus Liquid. As we said, they do have the defensive Shadow Demon who's just getting these constant stats. Liquid is extremely content with just being able to sit back. So it feels like Navi, the onus might be on them to look to make a move.
Nisha,
that efficiency.
they found him.
Nisha.
They're going to get the setup. See if they have enough control and damage. Got the Juice coming in with the swipe. They'll drop the Golem. It's Nisha gone.
That's a lot used. They get the kill, but what can they turn it into? Can they look to push a tower with this? Because that's a coil and a golem used. Ideally, you want to try to at least hit a tower a bit here. Nisha's respawning soon, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe they can catch Tofu as well. See Zayats have his eyes on him, but tier 1's falling pretty low. But Mikke's ready to hold it here with the Dragon form. Yeah, Navi, they're not really going to be able to push into the jungle quite yet, especially with the respawns in play and Nisha being back up. And Nisha, in fact, being hot in the chase here if Navi did stick around a moment too long. 16-minute power rune coming up. It's going to be up top, just an invis. Nothing too crazy. Boxy looking to scout out the situation. We'll see the invis pop immediately, but Sentry is down. So they're going to be able to get the chain set up on towards him with the Vessel down onto Niku. He has to try and jump up to the high ground. We'll get away. There's going to be the lasso on towards Zayats. Does manage to deny himself to a neutral. But Liquid, they don't go empty-handed. They still kill off the Tiny. And still, it's going to be sort of those painful moments where Niku still off the map. Going to fall further and further behind in farm. They found him farming this top line of the map. He's going to try and turn and stand his ground against them, but has the backup of PMA. Arena's down, spear control onto Ace. Defensive disruption comes out. Tofu trying to bail Ace out of this one. Be able to get up to the high ground. Shadow Amulet providing him a little bit of safety, and in fact enough to sort of fight back. He's able to get the Firefly off, turn with a few stacks onto Riddies. PMA and Zayas, though, will ensure that Ace does not manage to sneak away completely.
Might catch another. Tofu also under this ward.
Ooh, the TP.
Wow.
Shadow Amulet helps him out. TP's out just in time.
Dude, PMA's making some really nice moves, gotta be honest. The positioning that he's in, he's always in the right place at the right time now. That mid play, then top immediately shows up on the Mars. Counteracting the aggression of Liquid pretty beautifully. This Ursa's keeping neck and neck with the DK.
Yeah, he's holding the game together, PMA here for Navi.
My worry is the overall matchup of the Ursa, right? Since we did preface everything with how hard it can be versus the Shadow Demon, versus a lot of these silences and all that, but keeping up at least with farm, having this Blink Dagger, can contest these objectives very early, very nicely.
It's not been an easy early game for Navi, but I don't think they're going to be feeling too rough about the start to this one. It's, they've been through some tough times in this series so far. Game 1 and Game 3. This Game 4, definitely potential here.
Radiant are scanning.
Golem's back up.
Easy.
Liquid, they've got the blink on Mickey. They've got to be in the right... I mean, PMA, it's a lot of pressure on him, but he's got to be in the right place a lot of times to read the moves, because Niku can just get caught very easy. Ooh.
The Waning Rift coming in just in time. We'll get the Dream Coil off onto Mickey. We'll still get clipped here by the Dragon Tail stun. He'll jump out to the side, but the Magnetize is going to bring him down low. Boxy closes in. Another attempt to jump away, but another stone's at the ready. The Magnetize continues. Niku's game continues to slow down even more.
Oxy's really hunting him. This the Earth Spirit in general, we don't see almost anybody playing it, but just the silence. Honestly, these little silences, the gap close, problematic for the puck.
Ooh, and taking a Roshan away from the Ursa lineup.
Oh,
Liquid's going to try for it.
They've got Shadow
But
Demon.
they go.
You always can do it with Shadow Demon. The menace is building up, 37%.
I mean, it's been hit by a scan, but can Navi actually get anyone over here to interrupt this? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, they're on the complete... Maybe they could just go for a kill instead. Can they try and at least punish Nisha being alone?
Not going to be the case.
Oh, he's not alone for long. Yeah, Shadow Remnant's still up on the top side of the map, so quickly swings over back into towards the area of the rest of his teammates. Roshan gone. Aegis now on Mickey.
Heads up play from Liquid, getting that kill, immediately turning into a Roshan. Yeah, like you said, denying it away from the Ursa is always going to be a big deal. Dragon Form still up for half duration. Navi looking to contest around Tormentor timing around their ultimates. They've got everything at the ready. Got a pretty cool flank, too.
Yeah, I don't think Liquid will expect the move coming in from this angle.
Unless, wait, Niku might show on the ward. Niku is shown on the ward.
Okay.
They might expect it.
Now, yeah, they're definitely going to be prepared for something. They smoke up themselves.
They have a pipe on Ace, a fresh pipe.
Ooh, that pipe is going to do a whole lot against what Navi have.
Dragon Form wears off.
Mickey's still looking to go. He is charging in. He'll get the jump. He's going to get the jump stun on Azayas. We'll see him return. The arena's going to get laid down, but the disruption comes into play. Golem's dropped down straight on towards Ace. See if he can get out of this. He's been glimmered up. He's pretty tanky. He's healing up as well. They couldn't kill Ace off. They're having to bail out of this now. Riddies tries for the TP, but Mickey's in with the Dragon Tail. Sets up for Boxy to get the double kill. Boxy gets the kickback onto PMA, as PMA is going to be left surrounded by Liquid. Liquid take down the four of them. And off the back of that, they can move to the Tormentor. Take this objective as well. Not losing anybody, not even losing the Aegis there. I mean, they just confidently walk straight into them, knowing that they couldn't really do a whole lot about them. We'll see it again here. Mickey ready to just go straight in for the backlines. Indeed, the power of the Shadow Demon era that's maybe gotten through the draft 2 times too many this series, Fogged.
Perfect save, perfect awareness, and perfect ward. It saw all of Navi setting up. It really is the vision, right? If they don't know that's happening, it could be a completely different story. But they just jump in. They have the Aegis too, so Mickey can do that. And yeah, you saw the pipe effect too, and the Shadow Demon. Not only just disruption, the Purge versus the Ursa. No Fury, no nothing, right? You're not building up any of these overpower. You can't actually attack fast. You're just hitting very slowly.
And now they might just start hemorrhaging kills. Riddies caught out around the cliff. Another kill for Mickey. And that's going to push him very close to having the BKB done on top of the Mask of Madness. And now Armlet. It's starting to happen in 9K lead now, 21 minutes in. Liquid hitting their timings.
Just charging in. They don't have a blink on Zayats to even go for a reposition play. He's so poor on this Tiny this game.
He's just pretty much got to stay hidden on that cliff.
Navi, this next team fight has to come together somehow better. They have to, someone have to get the Shadow Demon, right? Stop him from being able to go for these safe plays, but someone has to just commit, I guess, into the backlines. It's not easy to see how they do it with their draft.
No,
they have puck blink
cool.
now, so maybe that's it to bypass, but yeah, very complicated.
I mean, it's just, Tofu on these heroes, these sort of backline heroes like the Shadow Demons and the Warlock. His positioning seems to be, pretty top tier in these engagements. He rarely feeds on these heroes. It seems to be so hard to find him in any of these games.
He tends to have heroes that are, he does get liberty of having heroes that go in for him a lot though too, right? Like they usually have some like DK, Ember, No Void Spirit, something. So he does get the, liberty to sit back and cast spells a lot of the times for his team.
Yeah, they draw very nicely around it.
Yeah. That's why they like playing double saves. Like they play Tusk Shadow Demon for a reason on Liquid. Besides its aggressive, the defensive potential. Top.
The tier 2 is going to be taken, and at the same time as taking the tier 2 mid, they're also looking for kills up top. Riddies will try for the TP, but the sleight of fist into the change from Nisha catches him. It's going to be Riddies gone.
Map feels so small. 2 heroes around on their side too, on top of the triangle box. He's TPing over. PMA has BKB. They have Blink on Tiny now. But Liquid's just running at them.
Yep, they're ready to just keep charging in. They get the jump stun on towards the park. They've caught Niku. They'll get the chance to live a little longer. Lasso's going to be on his side, so they catch him to the side. He has to use the Dream Core to try and hold them back. They'll get the toss follow-up, but there's no further damage to threaten Mickey. Niku still dies underneath the tower, and they're ready to roll up towards the base. Clean Zayats up, bring this top wave in, and look to take what will be this third tier 2 tower. Still at this early time at 24 minutes in.
Insane. Like, Boxy's getting too much done on a 4 Earth Spirit. It looks like a mid Earth Spirit almost. He's got Yules on his way toward BKB, but yeah, he's just committing forward and getting on the puck.
I mean, Navi's sort of posturing outside of the base, but it's just the 3 of them. They've got to be careful. Boxy, not going to be able to gap close yet. Navi will manage to retreat back up to the high ground.
Super impressive gameplay. All 3 tier 2s have been taken. Both of, the Roche plus the Tormentor, everything for Liquid in these last 10 minutes. Navi, how can they work things together? Will they be able to rally around this BKB? It looks like the Ursa does at least have that done. I think you got to try again. He still can get Demonic purged, but a step toward another right direction if they can get the back line.
There we go. They've got to find success with this Navi, otherwise this game is going to fall into a pretty dire position.
I mean, they have quad blink daggers, so you better find that back line. You better have a detection for him too.
They might be able to all in on Mickey. Oh, Mickey just in time. They're moving away from this camp. They might still find the chance. They get the vision down. Mickey's playing safe though. He's backing away. It's a little too hard now for them to get the grab on him. Mickey a step ahead.
That was insane. Was it Vac? Call it. That was insane. How do you know?
I mean, the game sense, I guess they're all off the map. Mickey not taking any chances and avoiding what could have been a big hit there from Navi. A hit they really need.
That was crazy. He didn't even finish the... Yeah, that was some awareness. Maybe just the experience. He got less XP from the creepers. Oh, no, that was crazy awareness. Navi tried to find a catch there with that BKB timing. Not going to find it. Have to back up and reset. Liquid reposturing, regathering. Feels like it's probably about base defense at this point, at least for me, for Navi, right? They've got tossbacks. They've got spear plays.
They do have some cute stuff they can do on the high ground. Yeah.
But there's also... Liquid also does have like the saves, right? The problems of being able to bail people on. PMA
just has to BKB and run.
Defensive. Riddies
just
steps outside.
Controlling the map. Nisha's heading up towards the top.
There's no space for them.
He's going to get his hands on Riddies. He's going to drop the golem. But Riddies will fall and got the juice. He'll try and jump in, but Ramnus is still there. They do have the Dream Call on Anisha, but he's able to just BKB and walk it off. And now Navi, they've got to run. Niku Zayatson got the juice on the retreat. Boxy closes in. He's got the Yule set up. They'll turn with the avalanche to toss onto Nisha. Got the juice bringing in the damage. Can they kill him? Getting the swipe stacked up. They've got him. They do manage to kill off Nisha, but it's not without the loss of their own carry here. Got the juice still falls. Mickey cleans up the double, getting the 2 big kills. Both Niku and got the juice gone. It's just not enough, Fogged. They're trying. They're trying. Sometimes kill Nisha. I mean, it's kind of the same in one of the other games, right? They could kill Nisha, but each and every time it cost them so much.
Yeah, Liquid just kind of forcing the issue, right? They're just chasing anybody who shows outside the map, and yes, maybe you can get 1 return kill, but the rest of Liquid all arrives and they just in turn. But at what cost, as we used to say? You know, you do kill Nisha, but you end up drastically losing so much more control. But like you said, it feels like almost desperate. They kind of have to do these type of moves because they've lost complete control of the game. No way to step outside out of the map, too, with all the vision coverage that we see Liquid do. Aghanim's pretty much done for Boxy, so they can actually also kick people out of the base. Limited space for Navi.
Oh, Boxy. He's going to catch Riddies. He's going to try for the TP out, but the slight of chains comes in. Another death outside of the base. It really is looking like it's absolutely going to get close to Navi just having to hold the high ground. Stepping out in the base, even for the more elusive heroes, is not working out too well. Mickey cleaning up Niku pretty much solo. Liquid just absolutely dominant in 3 of the games so far this grand finals, and they're ready to push it here with the advantage. Stepping up to the high ground. Fortification comes out.
How do you stop the push? Golem still cooldown as well, too. Even if you catch targets and pull them back, you even have the damage at this point. They're so durable. And there's the save, of course, too, from Tofu.
So yeah, still 20 seconds till the Golem, so not able to do anything about the melee Rex getting taken out by Liquid.
And they can back up reset. Liquid playing very safe. Can go for the Roche. Navi, do you want to take the risky play? Do you want to smoke and go contest it? I think they might just do so.
I think you do, but whether or not you're going to get there in time, that's another question. Roshan's going to go down pretty quickly here to the damage of Mickey. Navi, can they make the move quick enough?
Let's see, can PMA get a double spear of truth or something? I don't know. It's going to have to be something unbelievable from them.
Liquid's being careful as well. They'll actually wait rather than full commit for the Roshan. They know as long as they take it easy, take a team fight first, they're going to be in a better position. Tofu might get caught at the front. Got the juice. He's in with the jump. They're going to try and get rid of the Shadow Demon. Golem dropped down, but he's already out to the side. The quick save's there from Fox. He takes Tofu completely out of the fight, and Niku's dead. They've got the lasso on and got the juice. He'll try and turn towards Ace, but Ace able to get over the high ground, get over the cliff, turn and get the kill here. Triple for Nisha. My goodness, Boxy just immediately bails Tofu out, and it ends in Navi getting team wiped and Liquid losing nobody.
It's a desperate move, but I cannot believe they can't even kill the Shadow Demon. I mean, Boxy just kicks him completely away.
Drags him out, kicks him out of there. What a... Yeah, sometimes the hero doing the saving needs to be saved, and yeah, Boxy bailing. So we'll see it again here. They go in on towards the Shadow Demon, got the juice, desperately killing it, trying to kill him. And then Boxy with the grab and the kick. Tofu's out of there. Nobody dies here on Liquid.
You heard it from Boxy the other day. You know, he was like, I felt like I was just dying all over the place. I'm the saving hero, and I was just feeding. This game, he's definitely getting a whole lot done. Aggressive and defensive posture. Perfectly played there for Tofu.
Another base. It's only going to be a mid-racks cleaned up in its entirety. The top racks as well now gone. 2 full sets here for Liquid, up 27k, just 31 minutes into this match.
Making very little mistakes too. They're making this one painful. Niku, bottom 3 of the entire game, not even just of the cores.
And Liquid now.
They had his number.
The safety.
They really did.
Get back into the Roshan, get this Aegis. And the massive items just continue to fly out for Liquid. Shiva's Guard now done on Nisha. Mickey's super close to having the Swift Blink done at this early timing. He'll grab the Aegis here. Mickey.
Liquid just play. They just approach things with the draft, very comfortable kind of style. But then it's also the shot calling in the game is crazy on top of itemization, right? Just getting that Roche fight, getting the move toward top to Tormentor, predicting the plays, having these wards. It's just been 1 or 2, maybe even more steps ahead of Navi Navi, can they get these tossbacks into the fountain? Feels like they need that fountain.
It's got to be something ridiculous, yeah. Well, we did see last game, you know, Liquid did get a little close to the fountain. It's going to start, though, with Ace getting the grab. Gets the lasso on a PMA. We'll see the jump from Nisha right over towards the backlines. Destroys Riddies. They do have buybacks available.
They just had to watch him die. Niku tossed back with a teleport attempt.
I don't know, does that even work?
Does that even work? I think it has to be.
I don't know, they tried it, it's game over, this series is done. GG is called. Liquid take game form with that, take the series 3-1 here against Navi. Taking the championship title here at Blast Slam 6, and my goodness, folks, we might have had one of the games was close, but the other three, Liquid just continuing to show the dominance that we've been able to enjoy from them in their run here, especially in the playoff stage in these best of fives. This team, they're really gelling right now, coming together in a way that they weren't kind of a month or so ago, right? This was a team that was losing qualifiers. There's some events coming up they didn't even qualify for, but here at Blast Slam 6, sort of the work has paid off, and the wins they're getting are phenomenal.
The whole team is leveled up. You know, I know a lot of people are always just going to be like, it's the Nisha show, right? Things like that, because Nisha has had a pretty explosive tournament here, but I have to credit everybody. I think Tofu had some pretty standout games when he played not even some of the heroes that are as expected. You know, he had a Wyvern game, which nobody's playing. Played super good on it. I do have to give Liquid a lot of credit.
And the Rubik game
huge shout out
the other day, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I do have to give tons of credit to Navi. You know, they made it to this grand finals in a pretty hard tournament, especially with all the teams that were here. They're still, I mean, I want to call them a young squad in terms of because of their ages, of course, but a super fun team to watch. When they have their explosive games, they are very, very good at their team fighting control, but they're pretty unpredictable, which I think is one of the more interesting things for them.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see even with the tough results, some smiles still there for Navi. They'll be back in the future. We'll see what they can bring. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Team Liquid, the champions of Blast Slam 6.
Congratulations, lads. Congratulations. Mickey, you must be absolutely delighted. That looked like a really cracking series. Was it fun to play?
Absolutely. My most fun series in a while.
Really? Okay, and what about your team? How do you think they performed?
They did great, I guess. We did okay. Yeah, I don't know. We did great.
Fair enough. Boxy, come over here and let me talk to you. You must be glad at least you didn't have to play Tusk again in the final there. That must have been a relief.
Yeah, my coach trusts me now to pick my own hero. So that's nice. But he was like, shouldn't we pick Tusk? And I was like, I don't know. So yeah, I got lucky.
Fair enough. You guys had a cracking run in this tournament. Were you doubtful at any point, or did you really think this was your tournament to win?
Doubtful. I mean, I was doubtful we were gonna make it here at all. I think the group stage started pretty rough, and I'm not the best, or like we're not the best traditional best of ones. So this is the first time we didn't get like last in groups at Blast, I think. But once we made it to playoffs, yeah, it was pretty good. So yeah, that was the doubt, I guess, the groups.
The groups, well, thank you, Boxy. I'm going to bring Tofu over here if I can talk to you, Tofu. Let me have a quick chat. Give it up for Tofu. Obviously, one of the relative newcomer to Team Liquid. You must be happy with the first LAN win under your belt.
Very, very much. Like I was hoping for a better start the season with some very mixed results. I think great progress overall, but a lot of setbacks, and I'm just like really happy and relieved that we like trusted the process, everyone believes in each other, and that we actually get rewarded for it now.
Well, you certainly did. Well played to you. I'm going to bring William. William, come over here. The mastermind. Maybe. You must be very proud of your team. How do you think they played?
I think they played really well. I feel like they put a lot of effort in for this event. Special shout out to like our staff too. Chloe for bringing me and Jabs together, making sure that we were having the right conversations. Jabs for doing like the best thing ever and forcing our team to actually play pubs. I think without that, we probably couldn't have, I mean, it's a meme, but like he was actually like the MVP for me in this tournament. And so shout outs to both of them and my mom watching at home. She was really happy too that we won, so.
Shout out to Mrs. Flack, she's watching at home as well. It felt like a bit of a coach off where you and CY are sort of going head to head. Was it good to sort of lock brains with him?
Yeah, I mean, I think like the score is now like 7-2, so he can take this L, like it's fine. You know, so he'll bounce back. I think he's a really talented coach. I feel like he's one of the people in the scene I really respect just because of how he carries himself. You know, there's no saltiness. We shake hands. We're like, we'll do it again soon. They're super talented. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see them in the finals.
Absolutely. Well said, Will. Ace, can I get a quick chat with you as well? Must be very proud to win a LAN here in Denmark as well. Oh, we're not in Denmark. We're in Malta. I'm going absolutely mad. Danish production. Everyone's speaking Danish backstage. My bad. How does it feel for you to be on Team Liquid and already have a LAN win? Like the same question I asked Tofu.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Like these are like our arch nemesis always for a long time. So I always respected them a lot. So yeah, now we joined together. So that feels really cool.
And the performance overall, were you happy with how the team sort of grew throughout the tournament? It felt like you guys really peaked in the final.
Yeah, I think like we put a lot of work into it like these past few weeks, and like it really shows. Like now, it's like yeah, we are just getting better and better, and now it feels really good.
Fantastic. I'm going to have a word with Nisha as well now, if I may. Nisha, you managed to avoid me all week, so. Congratulations. I think most people had you down as their player of the tournament. I certainly would. How does it feel to sort of really turn up and deliver on the big stage yet again?
It feels amazing since like I kind of sucked for like 5 years. So this tournament, it was like decent. So
5 years, I think that's a bit much. It must be good though to get a win in 2026 already under your belt. How are you guys going to keep the momentum going forward for the rest of the year?
I mean, I think we play in like 2 days, so whatever we're doing here, we'll try to keep up and see how it goes from there.
Well, we're all going to be watching and rooting for you guys as well. Once again, congratulations to Team Liquid, your Blast Slam 6 Malta champions!
And special moment for everyone on stage when it comes to Liquid. Of course, now the supporting staff, Chloe, Jabs, Blitz mentioned them in his little speech there as well. How much everyone behind the scenes really does for them. And I want to call Nisha out. I think this man's exaggerating a little bit. A Drought wasn't playing his best. Bro won TI within that 5 years he's talking about. Now they come on, they win Blast Slam 6. I feel like this is pretty good if you feel like you're not even at your peak just yet.
I respect that though. You don't puff yourself up too much. You don't get too big of an ego, but you still own kids and you keep improving figuratively and literally, I suppose in this case. Navi are actual children, and he put them in their place. Nisha showing he is one of the best mids of all time, arguably the best mid of all time for a good reason. And I mean, mad kudos to all of them. They played awesome. I
mean, as always for Liquid, it's just kind of proof how their systems enable them, right? Like they formed the roster after TI, making some really big changes. They don't get the results. There's a bit of a trophy drought as well for Tofu and Ace. And then, you know, they find the problems, they fix them, they keep doing it, keep iterating, keep evolving. I think this slam was true proof that it truly connected, right? Because from their group stage to their first day of playoffs to now, I feel like every single time we saw them, it was a different Liquid, improving and evolving. And again, this is what we expected to see them soon after TI. So now for it to connect at the start of the year, TI down the road, like this is when you want it to start working out.
Yeah. I feel like you could even go a little bit further back than that, because you know they had all those qualifiers that they had to play, and it's just so insane to think that they lost one of those ones and they come into it, they're feeling a bit shaky during groups, and then there they are on stage holding the Blast Slam trophy.
No, I mean, they're obviously like putting in all the right work, and if this is Nisha saying this is his like decent level,
right?
Like I don't want to see him anything above there because no one's gonna have a chance. But But I want to talk about the others too. I think everyone immensely stepped up their play. I think, again, like Tofu just swapped roles earlier this season. 2+5 is a completely different thing. Ace having to lane with someone different. I think Boxy, in like every game and every tournament, he's more free. He finds more moves, more different types of heroes. And I think Mickey as well, this tournament especially, or even like just the playoffs, he owned. Like different heroes, different playstyles, great performances, good movement, very active. Like this team, they've got the sauce right now.
I mean, across the board, their drafts, they feel like they're coming alive each time, right? Like they showcase the strengths of the Largo offlane. They were playing the Rubik in the support role. They had a little bit of Moran in the group stage. Like they're picking heroes that other teams are trying, not really succeeding with, and they're showcasing what their strengths are. They even played what was the Lycan Beastmaster in Nature's Prophet draft that we hadn't seen from like 2019. Like they bring these three heroes, the Zoo to blast Slam. So yeah, they're doing these things, they're feeling comfortable, and yeah, I'm scared to see what they can do if they can carry this momentum through into the other tournaments we have in this month.
I mean, this is also a roster that when it was first formed, everyone was like, holy crap, this roster looks amazing, they look so scary, holy crap. And then over time, I think they've gotten more and more haters, more and more doubters, and it's got to a point where people are like, this Liquid roster was actually a mistake, they bungled it, they didn't think about the structure of the team properly, but they're proving the haters wrong and saying, no, we knew what we were doing, we just need a little time to cook, to actually put things in their place. Now they've been cooking, they've shown that they are a top-tier team, and I look forward to see if they can keep that going. And I'm also really happy for Ace and Tofu that they were finally able to win a tournament again. It was a long time. We had a drought there, like y'all said, and they were finally able to pick it up again. It feels good to see players I know are so incredibly talented and hardworking get the results they deserve.
Yeah, does it feel a little extra nicer being on the desk and seeing some ex-teammates win a trophy, win a LAN like this?
Yeah, it's very sweet. It's very cool. And
you don't have to cry.
No, I'm chilling, but I think they should be chilling as well. As they played really well, and I'm happy they found success again.
Also, like I would say, I think the appreciation, like they talked about, to the staff around them, like making sure that everything is nice for you, that everything is chill. You never have to like worry about anything but like playing the game, whether it's your support staff or coach or, player management here or anyone. It's just, I think, very important to like understand that you're doing your job, other people are doing their job to make your game easier. I think that's also how you want to feel in the game, that like your teammates, they have your back, you know what you want to do. So I'm just really happy to see that, because I think the ego of them, I don't really see it. And I think that's also what, you want the right level. You want to feel good and confident, but you also need to understand that you need to keep pushing, because like Nisha said, in 2 days, they're going to play the next tournament.
I think it's less than 2 days. I think it's like 12 hours.
Yeah, there you go. Straight into the next.
Man doesn't know a sense of time.
The good thing is at least they won the important one, right? They locked in the important Slam trophy, the grueling format of the best of five. Like that's the true test of a team, So.
Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure this trophy is like doubled in size since the last one.
It looks humongous. Like Jabs is a large man, and it looks
tiny
large.
people.
It's actually like full medal, by the way. This is like some like double-digit kilogram trophy. So that's how jacked these Liquid players are, just not even showing.
Can we get Will to bring
it
it down to the desk? I want to hold it.
We might have to help you.
Be careful what you wish
genuinely. No, you're right. It is nice to hear about everything that went in. And the node to the meme as well, that the Liquid players, they're notorious for not really playing pubs. And Jabs had to really crack the whip. He put in the hard work to be like, guys, come on. Just a couple more.
Like sometimes, there's just, it doesn't matter how good you are or who you are, you will always have haters. Like I think even players like GH is gonna have haters out there. But
what are you, sorry?
Trust me, there is someone out there that somehow hates the angel of Dota 2.
I hate those haters, but back to your point.
So do I. But I will say, it's just good to have those people around that like remind you, yo, bro, we need you to be like ranked 20, we need to be ranked 10, like step it up, do it. And you also heard Nisha, and I think William said, at some point Nisha was like, guys, it's my fault, I'm not playing well enough. He puts in some of the work, you have Jazz behind him, like firing him up, and suddenly, you turn it all around, boom, tournament win.
Yeah, Nisha is a terrifying player whenever he's not playing any pubs. I think I played against this guy about 1 million times in mid matchups over the past few years, and he wasn't playing a single pub during that period. So
that is nasty, scary.
So to get to watch him like in Nisha playing pub state, that's a monka, and I'm glad I'm not leaning against it now, I guess.
And don't forget, guys, Nisha, you say playing pubs, he's also playing unranked. I've had the joy of running into him in the unranked games. Like, why? He's playing with the support staff of Liquid. He's randomly playing like Shadow Shot offlane.
Get a room.
That's a tasty trophy, huh?
We're not getting that trophy. It's not coming down.
Valentine's Day was yesterday.
We don't want it anymore.
No. Okay, well, either way.
Moment's ruined.
Yeah. Kind of took the wind out myself. Go.
It really did. Well, we can focus up a little bit more just about how much you guys enjoyed the whole format, the best of 5, the grand finals of Blast Slam, because it really delivered. It wasn't just walk in and Navi and inexperienced roster and team sort of rolling over in 0-3. They put the fight to Liquid. This wasn't just we get to lift the trophy.
Yeah, 100%. And I think I'm really impressed, and I'm hopeful for Navi in the future. I think while they'll be a little bit sad that they lost, I think they shouldn't be too beat up about this because they're a young team. Second's their best placement ever. I think it's only up from here. Yep. And the best of 5s are a great format to show that and display how good this team is and how much potential they have. I mean,
we cannot forget what this roster has done for Navi, right? To bring them from a team that was like kind of a laughing stock in the qualifiers to never really make it to LANs, to then consistently make it to LANs, get a couple top 6s, now to get to a grand final. So I feel like there's nothing but praise for the Navi roster. And sure, a second place, it can hurt you, not getting the trophy, being so close, but if you learn from it, again, it's going to be inevitable at some point with Niku, with the gang, they are going to be lifting a trophy at some point for this legacy team.
Yeah.
Well, no, you go, Kessler.
Yeah, I think that this format gave us like a lot of damn good series. And I think looking at Navi, you know, I will say they're very young. And these grand finals, they teach you a lot. Like some of these losses where you feel like you did something wrong in the gameplay, or there was like a crucial moment in the mid game, or even just a drafting mistake, you know, where sometimes maybe you trust like your gut too much, or you should like, you know, go more with like what someone else is saying. Like working in the mixtures, I think is very important. So losing this it's not even that bad. You got second place at an incredibly high skill tournament.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you're saying, to learn these lessons when you're so young and to have someone like CY behind you, that coach, it feels like there is only so much more momentum and potential for this team. And whilst there is a winner, we do also want to catch up with Coach CY about this grand finals.
Yeah, hi, I'm here with CY, coach of Navi. CY, first of all, commiserations on coming second there, but you guys had to qualify to get to this tournament, and then you made it to the final with such a young team. You must be proud of them.
I mean, I'm extremely proud. From my perspective, it's like already a win, you know. I've been in many finals, some a lot won and a lot lost. I know it feels really bad because once you make it to a final, you kind of always believe that you can win. Like, you should believe it anyways. So of course it's sad. We're all sad right now, but I'm super proud of them. I think they improved so much in the 5 months I've been in the team. I saw a lot of potential, and I think there's even more to come from them.
I think absolutely. I mean, they're such a young team. The potential is all you can see really with a team this young. In terms of this series, this felt kind of like the Batrider show in some ways. What is it about this hero that means he's so contested, especially in the late stage of tournaments like this?
So, first of all, we gave it in game 4 because, I think it didn't have the most impact maybe in that game, so we felt we can maybe play against it again, and we didn't have priority, so we didn't have much choice. We tried to switch things up a bit. I don't like our draft in game 5, it's my bad. I think the hero itself is insanely strong laner. It farms very fast, even if it cannot lane that well, it can like drag waves around, like farm the camps too. It scales incredibly well, it buys like good items right now. So overall, it's just a really strong hero, yeah.
Fantastic. Obviously, this is a learning experience for these young players. What do you think they've learned, not just about the tournament overall, but about maybe closing out a tournament, closing out a series? What do you think they're going to take away from this?
I think one big focus I had for them in this LAN in particular is that, like against Yandex, it was very close. We were down 2-1 as well, and we pulled it back in some incredibly close games. And what I've focused a lot on is like having very calm communication, not getting ahead of yourself, not like thinking too much about a lot of chaotic things or like how you're feeling. You're more like trying to keep your mind on like Dota itself, the specifics in the game. What are you playing? You know, what can you do at all time? Because Dota is a complex game. If you keep your mind occupied with what is about to happen all the time in the game and what you want to do, then like you can distract yourself from, you know, thinking about the fact that you're in a finals or you're playing an important game or something like that, you know. And I try to like always direct that focus to my players as much as I can. And I think they actually did that quite well. I'm quite proud of the Yandex series because they did that and pulled it back. Like, that's incredible.
Absolutely, they did. A lot of Navi fans were here watching, a lot rooting for you guys. Do you have any words, like as a team, that you'd like to express to the Navi fans rooting for you guys back home?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, guys. I didn't honestly expect like maybe many fans here, but you went all the way out here to Malta, and like it's incredible. Like, I'm super happy. So thank you.
It's so sweet, everything about shouting out the fans, of course. I feel like they've gotten even more fans now after this grand final, despite not getting the win. We can hear the Navi chant in the studio. Yeah, it's nice. And then, of course, just hearing CY say just how proud he is of all these young players.
Yeah, I think he has very much taken a mentorship role. I think not only just as a normal, like a Dota coach, which I think a lot of people are, but I think also he's a lot older than these players. They're very, very young, and CY has been around like the Dota scene. He's had real jobs, and so I think he can also teach them a lot about just like, you know, carrying yourself and how to handle losses, how to deal with a lot of these things. And so I think it's very cool not only to see them as like a coach of the team, but also as, I think, mentors some of these people, just as people.
I mean, just having maturity around any roster and being able to kind of facilitate that is really important. So I think the way that he carried himself there, if he can actually impart that knowledge and they start utilizing it, then it feels like we've been saying, it is kind of the steps towards success.
Yeah, I don't know, I'd really like watching him or like hearing him talk. I think he's like very confident. He takes ownership of what he thinks is like right or wrong. And like you guys are saying, he's kind of like the father figure, I think, to like this team of like young players and young kids. I have very high hopes, like not just for him, but also to the 5 individuals, if they can just stay together and keep working on it. They're a great team.
Yeah, well, look, we've crowned our Blastic Slam champion. I do want to give you guys your final brief moments about this tournament, everything that's unraveled in the last 2 weeks. You only get a brief moment, though, each.
Brief moment.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I had a ton of fun. I think it's a well-deserved victory for Liquid, and yeah, cool format, unorthodox, and Malta's been really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I think giving you the moment. No, I think just being here, I think the production is nice. Obviously, you guys, lovely to work with.
We loved working with you too.
Let's go.
XQCL.
XQCL in the chat. It's nice to be here. I think it's nice to work, like, you know, where there's also like people and not just, you know, online. It makes it feel like more real. You also see the players. I think the format, like, it brought more emotion, I think, out of like not just us, but, you know, the viewers as well, and out of the players. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for everyone coming out to the studio event. Having actually fans in the audience made it so much better. Hearing the passion of the Navi fans, even though they couldn't do it Liquid as well. So again, the fans make it possible. And on top of that, I mean, maybe we get best of 5s again in the future. I have no idea. I hope so. Please, Blast, if you're listening. You obviously are listening. You're in production. But I kind of like the best of 5s a lot. And, you know, you can see how much it means to the players and the fans. And also, you saw it on Reddit. But anyways, I love best of 5s. I love this format. I love everything about it. So thank you very much. And Nat, back to you. Boom.
He's really pleading his case, but it's so true. Everyone's enjoyed the format. It's been amazing having an audience here online. Special shout out to production who put in so many countless hours. Our sponsors as well, Malta. And we'll see you guys back in Copenhagen for Blast Slam 7. Bye!